Okay, so this is going to be a recap for Friday's price action, specifically previous week's Friday, and my thought process, my breakdown walkthrough as why I wanted to long YM and ES on Friday. And I would go over this asset as well. This was called and executed live as well in the stream. But firstly, Indices. Yes, this was called in the stream, and I personally didn't go much over YM, so that this would include my personal recap over YM as well, and recap over ES and NQ for you guys, and my personal recap on YM, which I haven't done yet. So that would be with you guys as well. So I would study YM's price action for myself with you people, and we'll together go over ES and NQ. So yes, let's get into it. Friday. Going into the Friday's daily candle, we do are coming off of manipulation and this much expansion. So I'm not really like having too good conviction over here. Like expansion to new phase, which I do not exactly know which is that phase. That would be retracement. I do not expect reversal on NQ at least. That could be ranging. So more so being a bit selective, and vice versa, same scenario for ES. But one thing, if that new phase was retracement, then that previous day high would have been an objective for me. Retracement's objective daily IRL, be it NQ, be it ES. But the only asset that had established framework for any idea was this asset here. Whole week buying, whole week ranging, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, ranging, Thursday manipulating the range, and closing back inside. So yes, then my eyes go till here for the next day, viewing it as Thursday manipulation, Friday continuation, consolidation reversal, right? You can view it as accumulation, then manipulation here, and then distribution. So only asset yes was this which had any established framework going into Friday. Either longs on YM, else no shorts. ESNQ I could short off of that daily FVG if I would have got something, but YM no nothing till that would have been hit. So yes, this was how the day printed. Let's get into it. What were my thought processes going into the day, and why were those at this time when I came onto the charts? It was around 8 a.m. So this is previous day's EQ. So not something which I would consider much here, just previous day's EQ. And if I would short, then one asset which was looking like more weaker, then my preference would have been NQ for shorting, and longs, then my preference would have been ES or YM, just based off of how price is forming and too far extended back into the range. Yes, YM already has a clear established framework for longs. So yes, but if shorts, then my better preference for assets was NQ. This opposing candle I was expecting to hold if I was gonna short this bulky candle. So and this previous day's range EQ still rise roaming below it. So yes, but one condition, how I approach the markets, the correlated assets, when I do have conflicting bias, simply wait for more info. YM could be longed clearly, but I would need to properly study it, which I haven't done till yet. So I would just talk about NQES for the moment, how I framed ES longs and why, what were my thought processes. So around 8 a.m., I could clearly see ES has already reached previous day's EQ. So then I clearly told myself, and let me mark out the objectives which I would have targeted. I was targeting. Previous day I had the first, which is this daily fair value gap, daily internal range objective, and this failure swing resting next to it. My objective for ES if I were gonna long, and if we have a look on NQ at the same time, NQ is staying below that previous day's EQ, but neither long framework is validated, neither short. So I wanted to see clear displacement through this swing. If I wanted to short NQ, right, I didn't want to pick the top or pick the bottom. Once clear narrative would be there, it would clearly displace through this. Then I would frame shorts on NQ. This was my idea. And if longs, yeah, if longs, then I would want to see clear displacement through current high of the day, which already rests around EQ of previous day's range, which would do two things. Price displacing through highs would confirm bullish order flow, and price would at the same time simultaneously displace through previous day's EQ, disrespecting previous day's range. So I would automatically expect this range to fail, right? So yes, I simply made a plan and was waiting for the proper info. Drivers 9:30 here. Prior to 9:30, this got reached, and if we have a look at NQ instead manipulated this swing. SMT as well, maybe. Yes, but I still, my conditions for longing or shorting, any of those still haven't been met. So I'm still on to waiting mode, waiting to see how price would react there, and 9:30 driver would confirm that idea. Like if it wanted to go lower, 9:30 would have immediately went lower. So not picking the tops or bottoms, instead letting price show its proper hand to you. So yes, 9:30 comes in here, and that swing which I was wanting to see how price would react there, because this is a relevant swing to me. 9:30 comes and manipulates this, which I wouldn't have wanted if I were to short NQ. I was wanting 9:30 driver to displace through this, confirming that driver displacing away, and lows being displaced through bearish order flow, sign of a bearish order flow, displacement away, another continuation entry form. Then I would have taken that to this or range low maybe, but this never formed, so who knows. And at the same time, ES gave me the framework which I needed, displacing through that intraday high, showing lack of willingness to return back inside, immediately displacing through enough ranged opposing candle. So yes, enough of a framework for me. 9:30 not reversing off of it, instead displacing through this, and NQ validating that idea as well. NQ also not displacing through this. So shorts idea for NQ also invalidated at the same time. So yes, longing the asset which I want to here till the objective, and hence this position here, trusting this opposing candle to the objective. That's why failure to manipulate this continuation through it. That was my idea. So now you get it. Why why behind my thought process for ES longs, a deep look into my asset selection, my how I approach the markets when I do have conflicting bias over correlated assets. If you have any doubts, then you can ask. If not, then we can study YM's price action properly, as in like how I could have framed it as well, as I wasn't watching YM much, so I want to study it for myself as well, kind of personal review recap or personal journal you can say. I would make a proper one in future, yes. Relevant swing in short, like view this as a range. Okay, every price swing, this is a swing. Okay, this is a swing, this is a swing, this is a swing, this is a swing, this, this, but relevant swings. As the name suggests, these should be relevant to you, right? The swings which have relevance, not any random swing, right? This swing is of no relevance to me, this swing is of no relevance to me, this swing is of no relevance to me. Why no relevance? Because only two things which I like to frame off of swings. Suppose if this is a swing, I would want to see how price would react there. If price would manipulate here, or if price would displace through there and keep going lower. For that, I would need to be very selective with which swings I'm using, because they would confirm or invalidate a certain order flow idea for me, impacting my overall thought process, impacting my overall progress. So relevant swings are of relevance to me, and by definition or how you can know about them, the swings which have enough of a separation from the next relevant swing, like this swing and this swing have enough of a separation between them. So I would consider this one as a relevant swing and this one as a relevant swing. And why would I not consider this? Because this doesn't have enough room, enough separation away from this. And why do we need enough separation? Okay, suppose if price comes here, shows you manipulation here. Would you be comfortable framing this manipulation, trusting this manipulation, while having a failure swing here next to it? Nope. But if price shows you manipulation here, you could trust it, right? Because this is away from here, right? Ju- That's why Mike, this has enough of separation away from this, right? So you could anticipate a protected swing forming here, and you could frame away from this, trusting this swing as protected swing. So that is the logic for relevant swing. I won't use this here, I won't use this, I won't use this for the same reason. If price would show me a manipulation signature here, but leaving this behind, I wouldn't be okay trusting this leg. So I wouldn't be okay framing away from it as well, right? If I give you example for the moment, I was constantly telling from past 2 3 days, this is the range I'm most interested in. Why? Because this is relevant swing. And why I'm not considered, I am not like much worried about this high, because this is not a relevant swing to me at all. And so I haven't marked it as well. This swing has enough of a room away from the next swing. So yes, a protected swing could form off of here. And not just protected swing. I would wanna see how price would react there. Form a protected swing, form a manipulation here, from which I could trade away to the opposing side or displace through this, so that I could frame continuations in the same direction towards the next swing. But those things I cannot tell myself based off of this swing here, right? And see how volatility is kicking in once price has tagged this. Okay, same thing here. Why did I long this day even though previous day closed so much bearish? You could view this as okay, this day reversing off of previous day and next day should continue lower, but I won't, because I simply wouldn't pay attention to this high here. My attention was here because this is simply not a relevant swing to me at this moment. So this was my main objective here. I would still look to long till here, and I did long 12 August. So yes, just keep it simple for you, not complicate. August 12. This is 30. If I'm not wrong, okay. I posted it the next day. This range high is around 846, 850, 23, 846, 850. Yes, 845, 846 somewhere. I long till there. The next day. This is August 12. Yes, I long till there. And yes, that was live streamed as well. So yes, give importance to the relevant swings and not the irrelevant swings. But do you give relevance to this swing? For I would have given if price would have showed me enough like displacement away from it. Like I wasn't like I would tell you, I wasn't giving much relevance to this high as well until and unless price showed me displacement away after this candle. Then I marked this out on. Prior to it, I wasn't giving much relevance to it, right? So how price is reacting somewhere tells you about it. So I could have gave relevance to this here if after this day price would have displaced away, because a reversal is price hits the relevant levels supposed to which is supposed to make price reverse off of it and price immediately expanding away from there, just like here price hits immediately reverses to the opposing side, but that wasn't quite the case here, right? So yes, then I wasn't paying much relevance to this as well. And then this was a ranging for me, ranging price action. And now in this range, you can consider this as a relevant swing as well, because this has enough room away from this. I won't consider this as a relevant swing because this is a failure swing to this one. Get it? This and this one. So I would see how price would react there and see how price would react there. Okay. Gives you clarity, gives you what to, tells you what to look for, where to look for. Okay. Any doubt else? I would go on to YM's price action. Sister, after a long time, how's life been going for you? Why? Yes, it had enough flavor, but around 8 a.m. I wasn't much getting quite much good low time framework. Maybe that's why, but I wasn't even watching it at that moment. Maybe because I was trying to frame HO at the same point. Yes. ओए कहाँ गया है मैंने खोला कहाँ पे फिर ओके wrong page. This is where it was supposed to be. Same day. Tush, tush, tush. 5 am. Reversal framed off of fair price expanded away. Yes. So this as objective, why not this? Just a mere failure swing to this. Okay. I could mark it mark could have marked this out in the live market, maybe yes, wanting to see how price would react there. Because if price is in a bullish order flow, it should displace through the relevant highs until the objective is met. So in I name comes this much displacement. I would see if there was any chance I would have framed an entry prior to 10 a.m. Okay, yes. I would mark out previous day high as well, which is somewhere here. Yes. This previous day high resting just above here. So same idea I would have considered maybe because previous day is the least minimal draw for this day. So I would have wanted to see how price would react at previous day high, and then because if I am bullish I would expect this to get displaced through to then frame it higher, just like how I wanted ES to react to high of the day at the same time here wanted it to see it displaced through here. Why? This is 5. Okay, M15. We do have this SMT here. With NQ currently, and you could consider it with RTY as well here this week. But narrative isn't quite confirmed for me until and unless I see price displacing through these levels. Let me mark these first and ultimate range I use. So drivers play a huge role in days like these when you have kind of conflicting but not conflicting bias for YM at least. Clear previous day's reversal off of the relevant thing. Next day clear daily open low London reversal. So you expect new contribution in that clear displacement away, 100% valid, respecting previous day's EQ. Yes, the best way it could have found. Open low without engaging any relevant level. Open low, displacing away, opposing objective still intact. So yes, quite a nice framework. But still want to see how it would react to previous day. 9:30. So yes, I won't prefer framing prior to previous day high getting hit. Now previous day I get stacked. Now I would be starting to look for opportunities. Displacing through previous day high, yes, but there was no way I would have framed this. Being realistic, I would never take this here. Something like this. I would have wanted it to close somewhere around the OB, not exactly here, but somewhere here. Then I could have taken, but this, nope. I would let it go because if the narrative is right and I am framing on the right side, I do still have enough room left to target. So going into the 9:30 driver, then I would expect this low to hold because this is what confirmed the breaking through of price over previous day. And now I'm concerned about this high here, which is here. And if this gets displaced through, then all the way to range, I'm not concerned about this high. By listening to this, could be used as a partial point, yes, but after manipulation of the range, my eyes immediately go till here, like leaving all this to frame just this, leaving all this range manipulation, then distribution. I would not wait all this just to frame a move to a failure swing and not the ultimate objective. Once price is reversing off of there, it is for me at least, it is reversing here to reach there and not stop anywhere here, right? So yes, this gets stacked here post 9:30. Range is here. Yes. Now here I would be very actively watching, which I wasn't watching at that moment. Why especially? I was more so concerned about HO and ES. So I would want to see it price showing lack of willingness here to return back below this level and immediately start to displace away to frame it till there, which it did give. And yes, this could have been considered. I would change time frames to get a better view, but this still gives you 2 hour M5, no clear opposing candle. M3 gives you M4, this clean singular opposing candle, clean closer. So yes, this could have been considered the best way. Price not reversing off of this here, displacing through it. So yes, bullish order show still remains. This entry is post 9:30. If 9:30 wanted to, it should have immediately reversed off of there, which it is not doing. So yes, this entry could have been considered with the expectation of 10 a.m. expanding away from this breakthrough. And now I do remember, I did watch YM, but By the time I watched YM, it was 9:57 something here, and I did watch the M3 here, and I was already able to see this price displacing through here and 930 not reversing. One thing which I did not see was this level. I was just seeing without it, but still I could see 930 displacing and not reversing off of here, and objective still open. So I told UDY and one two people more that I would immediately take if 10M starts to expand away, because then this would be another protected swing here, sweep of a relevant swing, close it through, formed just prior to 10 a.m. If 10 a.m. sweeps this maybe again, but does not necessarily need to, just expands and closes through this, I would take. But 10 a.m. does that, but takes the objective in one go as well. So yes, so the best entry would have been this M4, and that M3 you could still have considered, still around 2 hours. Yes, so good one. So do you people have any doubts? I could go over it again, and it was a nice recap for me personally as well. By these all are failure swings you consider last. Yes, these all are failure swings to me. Only two swings which I would pay attention to here is this or this. Because how I view this is I view this as one leg and then this as another. Like this. This is formed somewhat like this, right? You are concerned about these. I am not. I would view it like this. This as a whole leg and the next swing which is here. This one and this one. So yes, I would pay attention to how price would react there. If manipulates, then I would try to frame towards this. If displaces through, then I would go till here. One thing I would like to tell you, I do not trade every day. I demand high quality price action. So my model makes me wait some days as well, but when my conditions align, I am very much confident with my draw and I do not try to frame any low probability ideas, so which makes me question or doubt like if I should frame till here or here. I'm not trying to frame trade every single 1 minute, every single 15 minutes. Just when there is quality established framework is there, only then. And I do put a lot of restrictions on price. I am very selective with what I trade. When the conditions are aligned, I do aim for the full objective. But for me to aim for the full objective, price first has to go over a series of price filters. And for that, I do have to wait sometimes 2 3 days, sometimes 3 4 days. Sometimes I do get positions all 5 days a week, but that isn't every week. But yes, I simply trade what my model is and do not force it. Like I'm not concerned about price going till here. Just clear relevant swing, zoom out, brother. I could only see this one leg and this one leg. If you zoom in, you could see little legs here as well. It's up to you how you wanna approach, make it complicated for yourself, or bring in more clarity. Like how with YM, I'm only concerned with framing till here and no shots, no nothing else. But for that, I did wait all 3 days here, all 4 days. One, two, three, four. to frame just one single day, which I did on ES instead, but same day and correlated assets, but yes. And the ones who were actively attending the live streams, I already told I'm not trying to do anything until unless price leaves this range and this range. Once it left the range and I could see how it is reacting there, that's when my eyes look up to here, because I'm not trying to frame any basic idea here. I'm not trying to frame any low probability idea. I'm framing a higher time frame established reversal till its objective, right? So not even concerned about this here. Already framing reversal of this whole leg with objective here. Okay. Still any doubts? I'm a bit better as well, I would say, sister. Okay, if no doubts, I would end the recording now. 5-1 was good one, I would say. But I do still think I missed 1 or 2 points, but more than enough. Don't need to complicate it. In the end, it all matters where the high time frame candle you expect to go. Yes, sir. So that would be it for today's recap session. Meet you the next time.